My name is Alex Chamada. You are moderator of this webinar, Running for Education, Lessons from the Great Chepsaita Cross-Country Run. Ladies and gentlemen, before I invite our panelists, let me allow Joroge to play for us the clip of the vision bearer of what we are talking about, patron Mr. Faruk Kibet.
Na unajua jamaa, huwezi kukimbia tu na jasho ikakatika bila kupanguzwa. Tunaangalia talent, tunawasomesha, na pia tunawasawadi wao orphans, children with single parents, children with both parents but they were not willing to educate these children. Watoto hao wana struggle, ndio maana tumesema run for education, kimbia uelemike. Na hii kukimbia uelemike, tunataka ipite boundaries za Chepsaita. Wao watoto wako nafasi wa kuwa Kipchoge wa kesho.
Ninapenda kukimbia kwa sababu niliona kuna wenye walienda US, kuna wenzetu huko, hasa nikaweza kupenda kukimbia.
Naomba Mungu siku moja niende USA. Wakimbiaji ambao wananipea motisha ni kama Faith Kipyegon.
So it goes by your words, daring abroad. Oh yes. We are sponsoring two young, a boy and a girl, for the World Cross Country in USA, so that these young people go to know the other part of the world. Wakenya wengine wote ambao wako nchi za ng'ambo waweze kujitokeza kusaidia wao watoto kwa mambo ya sponsor, kutuma viatu. Unajua mambo mengi hapa village, mtu kupata kiatu ya kufanyia zoezi ni shida.
Now, Stephen Kimayo, karibu sana. As the chair of the organizing committee, I'm sure the audience is eager to just briefly hear from you. Give us a brief overview about what Chepsaita, the Great Chepsaita Cross Country Run is all about. What does it intend to achieve? Kimayo, the first ni yako sasa, briefly.
Thank you, Jamada. I'm Stephen Kimayo, the local chair at the Great Chepsaita. What exactly the Great Chepsaita initiative is? It was an idea of the patron Faruk, and it is now going to the third edition. And the initiative is Run for Education. That is empowering the community through education and sponsoring the vulnerable children in the community. And so far, we have been able to support over 5,500 children in the local community. In the first edition, we were able to support 1,500 in 15 schools. In the second edition, 18 schools. That is 1,800 students. And in the third edition, 22 schools. That is 2,200 students. And that is a great achievement to the local community. Part of the benefits as to why this Great Chepsaita Run is changing in the community is the school infrastructure. We have been able to change a lot of infrastructures in many schools. One of the schools, like the Chepsaita Secondary School, Safaricom Foundation has come in to support by building a modern administration block worth 70 million. We have also dining halls. and classrooms in many neighboring schools. We have also technology because the world is also changing, Chamwada. We have computers in various schools. One of the school like Kapkoro Secondary School, that is a school in Nandi County, which has really helped students to open their networks in the issues with network. We have also water connectivity. Water connectivity, not only in schools, because we had problems with schools using dirty water. But through this great Chepsaita run, the patron has been able to support schools and the community to get clean water to the community. Apart from also water, we have had electricity connection, which we are now at 80%. At least all the community is connected to electricity. One other aspect is the issue of economic empowerment, the social empowerment, the community, which has really changed because we are hosting over 20,000 to 30,000 people in the local Chepsaita. So the people in the business community in the local areas have been able to get this circulation of money through businesses, and which has improved economic activity within this local area. The issue of tree planting is very key also in this Chepsaita Great Run. Every year we are planting over 20,000 trees because we are also conserving the environment. Like this year, we received over 20,000 trees, but because of the weather, we are planting in the rivers to ensure that we are improving the water catchment areas, because as part of the run, we are also improving because of the issues of climate change. We have also the issues of medical. Every time before the great run, we have a free medical empowerment to the people in the local community, because many people have not been able to access medical support. And through this great run, we have been able to support a lot of people in the local area who have had problems without support. And those with serious cases have been referred to Eldoret, MTRH, and many other hospitals within town, which has been of great help. I can tell you also, Alex, that we have not been having good roads in Chepsaita. But through this great Chepsaita run, there have been also good network of roads opening, which is ongoing now as we speak. The road networks to and from the area of Chepsaita and the environment, because we are connecting Nandi County, Kakamega County, and Uasin Gishu County. So all the road networks now are open. And we are hoping that soon as we continue, all the roads will be tarmacked, because all the people are coming through these roads to Chepsaita. We have also one important issue about talent empowerment. We have had through the Athletics Kenya, the athletic camps, which is ongoing every holiday. We have young children age under 20 that we are hosting them at Chepsaita for for training. That is April, August, and December. That is the support of the Athletics Kenya. And it has nurtured a lot of talents for the young ones. Because this year alone, in the race on the third edition of the Great Chepsaita Run, one of our own from the local village here in Chepsaita was able to be number one. It has never been in the first edition and second edition, but this time we were able through these camps that we have here in Chepsaita.
How widespread is it?
Thank you, Jamwada. We are only in the third edition, and we are already in the gold label. We were able to be given the gold label because of the well-preparedness we have and well-coordinated plans for this race of the Great Chepsaita cross-country run. We are among the few given this gold label, and now it is not local, it is international race. We have over 31 nationalities from the foreign countries that were able to attend. We have our own website, thegreatchepsaitaRun.co.ke. This website, it was created because Chepsaita is now not local, it's international, and anybody can access and register to participate, whether you are in Uganda, whether you are in a Congo, whether you are in a country, you are able to access and register. So at this moment, anybody can participate because it is not local. It has now united countries all over the world.
Wow.
And that is how Chepsaita is. It used to be honest, Alex, this village used to be a sleeping village, but now it's one of the most active village. It's a village now, you can Google in the internet and you get Chepsaita. Chepsaita used just to be somewhere a bush where nobody could expect anything from it. But to be honest now, it has inspired many local people, especially the young ones. We were not able to know that we are talents within this local village. But young children have come up now, and we're having now among them those who will be participating in USA, January, in Florida for the World Cross Country Run from this village. Something that we were not expecting. And that is how the Chepsaita Run is.
Along that breath, what you've just mentioned, I go to the next speaker quickly, Kennedy Tanui. Kennedy Tanui, Athletics Kenya Competition Director. And Tanui, just tell us, does Chepsaita cross-country run meet international standards? And can this be replicated across the country? Kennedy.
Alex, thank you very much for the time. And first of all, I want to thank you for having hosted us on this webinar. I stand in this race as the competition director, and as such, first of all, I'm a qualified competition director by World Athletics, not by appointment, but by having done all the examinations, and I do it for World Athletics. We are two in Africa, one is in Mauritius and I here. When we started Chepsaita 3 years ago, it was like a pipe dream. Nobody could believe that in a village of that nature could nurture an international event of that caliber. But deep in us were aspirations of making an international event out of a village. And one of it is, this is part of our World Athletics commitments in grassroots development of athletics and also mass participation of athletes in international events. We found out that in the first event, Chepsaita proved to be one of those that could carry this vision this World Athletics Vision. And only in the first race, we applied for international recognition of this event. And to our surprise, with all the parameters and assessments that World Athletics gave us, we were able to be awarded a gold label event. And the gold label is one of the highest ranked events in the world.
We'll hear from our past winner. I don't know if you are in the house. He's in the camp right now. Don't know if you've joined. We'll be hearing from Ishmael Rokito, who won in the first race and is preparing to go to the US as well. So we need to hear from some of the winners. At this juncture, Njoroge, before we go to Sharon Lokedi, let's hear from the Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Moses Wetangula, who graced the third edition. He had such powerful words regarding this event. So let's have that clip. It's less than 2 minutes.
This is a process of identifying our champions of tomorrow. And many champions are never identified because they don't get the opportunity to stand up to be identified. We have seen little boys, little girls, and I said these are the Beatrice Chebets of 10 years ahead of us. We must manage our succession in athletics by doing things like what we are doing today. We run for education, we run for health, we run for fun, but today, athletics is without doubt the #1 marketing center and arena for our country. Because of our athletes, I will be part of this movement. I'll be here routinely to join you. And I have to say, Hongera Sana Farouk, and those who supported you, your sponsors, and above all, we must all be proud to be Kenyans.
Wanariadha hoye! Mimi sifa zangu inarudi kwa wenyeji, wananchi, kwa kuwa wamekuwa watulivu, na mimi nafurahi kwamba mwaka ujao utakuwa bora zaidi kuliko mwaka huu. Niliahidi kwamba tutaiboresha mambo ya mchezo katika eneo hii.
Oh, wow, what a speech, Jose. I can see you are still alert there in Adelaide, and I want also to just welcome and say thank you to all the elite runners who are in this forum today, including Nancy Chebet, Janet Chepkosgei, and I believe others will be joining maybe in a moment. So let's now hear from those who have run and the legs. Ama miguu imewapeleka mbali sana mpaka wakafika hata majuu. Sharon Lokedi, thank you so much. We had a conversation yesterday. We've been talking and you agreed to wake up so early to be part of this. And ladies and gentlemen, you'll be surprised. Sharon was the first to join this webinar, and that was at 4:30. So she's been in this forum since 4:30. And Sharon is a middle and long distance runner. And in 2022, on her marathon debut, she won the New York City Marathon. She began her running career in high school, and that was Kapkenda Girls High School. And she was later recruited to the University of Kansas, where she has studied nursing and business. Sharon, what inspired you into running?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sharon Dokedi. Thanks for inviting me and having me join this panel. I would say I was inspired by family across from where I grew up in Banfaras, Kenya. as a young kid, I remember when I graduated high school, I just like I was done with school and I was done with running, and I just wanted to enjoy life and go to a college in Kenya and be with my family. But after seeing them coming to the US and being able to support their family, I started getting like, I remember my uncle saying, even you can still run, you can still make this and be able to achieve it. So they inspired me. I went to a training camp in Kaptagat. I started training, and sooner I got a scholarship and I came to the US in 2015.
Wow. So for you, because the topic of this discussion is running for education, as you started, venturing into running, doing so well, winning so many races, to what extent was education on your mind, and why was it important for you to think education, to educate yourself and not just concentrate on running?
When they told me about being coming to the US, at first I thought, okay, it's just maybe going to run and coming back, but then it was running and school at the same time. So just the thought of being able to run at the same time, still getting the education, I think that was the one thing I was very excited about. And then when I came here and was able to be able to still get a degree and then at the same time still be able to run and do something that I like and something that I love, I think that was one thing. I mean, it wasn't easy, but at the end of the day, it was something that I was happy to do, and I was excited to, to go forward with even after I graduated.
Are there still opportunities for those who are aspiring, the young ones listening to you? Are there opportunities in the US that nikianza kukimbia, nitafika majuu, nikwe kama Sharon?
Yeah, actually, I think right now, as you can see, there's been a really big group of athletes coming and being able to attend school, which is amazing. Kuna hizi programs that now they're supporting them and helping them and getting them scholarships from the schools here. And it's honestly, I feel like when I see like every athlete come here into the NCAA program, it makes me so excited because yes, we can be really good runners, but I think like just having the education and knowing, because after you're done running, you still need something to do. And even in the process when you're running at ukianza professional, you still want to be able to know ukipewa contract ama ukipewa something, you still want to be able to do those things on your own and not be able to like depend on someone else. So I think it's very important that these programs continue to support these young talents and promote because I feel like sisi tukikimbia, when we started running, then it was just you just wanted to run away to be able to help the family back at home. But now it's more, it's like, yes, you're still helping the family back at home, but you're also, you have other people looking up to you. There's people in the village. So when I watched the videos, there was a girl that said, I want to be able to go to the US because I see people going there, and it helps so many young girls and boys and people back at home, and I think it's a good program, and I'm really 100% supporting it because at the end of the day, you're still getting an education, and if you're not confident, if you want to pursue more running after, you cannot look up to people. Even for me, after college, I didn't think I wanted to go professional, and I wanted to try, and I'm glad I did try because now it's changed so much for me in my career.
So what do you do now professionally?
Now I run. I'm still running more half marathons and marathons, and then a little bit of short races in the summer. But I'm focusing more in the marathons right now. And yeah, I'm fully into running. Yes.
Kikazi, having studied after your education, further education, and you said you are doing masters?
Yes, but also like ukienda full time into unajua maneno ya marathon, into training, and it becomes so hard to be able to do that and be able to still walk. So when I decided to run fully professionally, like fully into the marathon, then I had to pause my other life. But hopefully, I'm still doing a few things here and there just to make sure I'm staying, up to the current level. But yeah, right now, just like everything else outside of running is paused. As I'm like fully into this, as we look forward to 2028.
Great. Finally, Sharon, what role can the diaspora play, including you elites, in supporting initiatives like the Great Chepsaita Cross Country Run? They need you.
Yeah, I honestly think we can, yes, as much as we can be supportive and being there and encouragement. I also think, going forward, I don't know, I'd like to be able to help in a way. I saw when sorry, I'm blanking on his name, but when he was talking about but helping like the young athletes in like things like shoes and facilities, and I think we can be a big part of that because we also have companies that are helping us, sponsoring us, and I think we can be able to chip in that way and just help as much as we could. And I'm here and I'm really hopefully and willing to help in any way I can.
As we wait for Alfred and then Joroge, let's have the clip on education. The teacher and the student who has benefited from this Great Chepsaita Cross Country Run. If you have it, let's play it.
Naitwa Neema Chevichi, nasoma St. Monica Kapkoros, naenda kidato cha 3. Mimi ni wale wamefaidika sana kwa hii cross country. Mimi ni mmoja kwa wenye wamepata basari, na nataka kumshukuru sana the patron of the Great Chepsaita, Safaru, kwa kazi amefanya.
Umuhimu wa mbio hizi za Great Chepsaita Run ni kwamba inasaidia wanafunzi katika kupokea usaidizi wa kifedha ili kufanikisha elimu katika maisha yao. Walipoanza mbio hizi, awamu ya kwanza, awamu ya pili na sasa awamu ya 3, tumepokea kitita cha pesa takriban pesa milioni 1. Wanafunzi ambao wamenufaika katika shule yetu ya Mtakatifu Monica ni wanafunzi takriban wanafunzi 100.
Yeah, great. You can see the impact there, and Eric, the teacher, is in the house. So I think let's now open up for questions now.
Yeah, my name is Jonah from Kenya, Eldoret. I want to sincerely thank the patron for the Chepsaita Cross Country. Running for education is good, but maybe I have a question regarding the sustainability and the future of Chepsaita. Are we planning like 20 years to come, 30 years to come, or let the patron tell us what plan does he has for the Chepsaita sustainability?
Good question there. So Kimayo, on behalf of the patron, kindly take up that question. Is this sustainable?
Yes, thank you, Jonah, for the question. I must agree and tell you it is sustainable, of course, because the patron has just opened the way and the young generation are going also to take over. What exactly we are doing, and thank you, Jamwanta, for bringing this, because we want to open networks and look for many partners, that is the sponsors, to support and to make this Chepsaita Run grow for more than 20 years and even 50 years, so that it will be a generational takeover. So that it's only that the patron has come up with an idea, we need to support him, so that going forward, we look for more partners, more sponsors, and that the young ones will now take over from him in future, and that is how we are going to grow this to be sustainable, because It is good because it is mentoring the young ones, it is supporting the community, children are going to school, people are benefiting, and it's something good that we cannot allow it to die now. We are going to support it, and we request more partners to support us so that it can be sustainable more than 20 years and 50 years and even forever. Thank you.
Great. Janet Ruto has something to say. Let's go back to the US. Janet Ruto, the president of Gotabga, the biggest Kalenjin community in the world. Ulienda maju kwa sababu ya kukimbia. Briefly, ulikuwa unakimbia gani? Let it come from the horse's mouth. And how did you end up in the US, Janet?
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody who has participated in this panelist. I am Janet Ruto, the current president, Kotapka International. I live here in Dallas. I am a product of athletic scholarship. And like the previous person who talked, the lady from Arizona, I don't run anymore. I used running to get what I needed, which is education. And I believe education is an equalizer. So I used to run track and field, which is middle distance, 1,500 and 3,000 and 5,000, which they call it long distance. And I did cross country. I've been in the United States for the last 20 years, and it has been one of those that is very, very educational. Let me chime in a little bit on the issues of coming as an international student, and I will be able to say a few things. So while you are training as a student, you have to remember that we have D1 schools, D2 schools, D3 schools, NAIA, and community colleges. Those are the ones that you can benefit from. And the first thing you need to identify is the school that you want to apply to. And then after that, you reach out to the coach requesting for scholarships. And based on the school that you choose to apply to and get the scholarship, they will let you know which test that you are supposed to do. I went to University of Maryland Eastern Shore, and I never paid a dime out of my pocket. And I want to encourage a child that might be listening later, a parent that will be in here later listening, or who are listening right now, because I never ran track and field while I was in high school. I was active sports-wise. I played handball while at Kipsigis Girls High School, but I never ran track and field. When this opportunity came to me as a runner, all I could think of is, what can I do to be successful, have my education without paying for it? First thing I told myself, I have to be coachable. As a student athlete out there, I want to encourage you to be able to be coachable. Whether you are able to run or you're not able to run, just be coachable. As we all believe in Panaponia Panangia, I believe after you put into your heart whatever you want to do, it will be done. So first thing is you have to be coachable. After you are coachable, you have to be responsible. Make sure that you are in tune with what requirements they have, they need from you as an athlete. The other thing that you need to understand is you have to get the visa so you can come to United States of America. It involves a lot of finances here and there. But that one is achievable because we believe in the virtue of community. As soon as you get that visa, and let's say you're going to any country, I want you to start learning to belong to something good. Start belonging to a community where they will be able to train you, they will be able to mentor you, and they will be able to guide you on what to do. Here in the United States, as a Kalenjin leader, as Kotapka president, we have mentorship programs that we do. And that is where we come in to tell you, you might be falling into culture shock when you arrive in the United States. Do not bite too much that you cannot chew. Don't come and start rating yourself with people who have been here 20 years, because little steps is what you need to take for your prosperity. And that way, be in good terms with the head coach of your athletics department. Be in good terms with those who's going to sign and renew your scholarship. Here, I am talking as a student athlete through education, which is collegiate athletics. I am not a professional runner. For me, I was balancing school, working, and being able to market our school. So when you come as a student athlete, you are marketing that school. And the only person who can sign your scholarship is your head coach, athletics director. And those are the people who you need to humble yourself and listen to when they are directing you. As a successful student athlete, put education first, and then later on you'll be able to achieve. And I understand that sometimes we need money, we need to look up and be able to be there for others, especially those who are in Kenya. But if you're able to achieve your paperwork, which is education, the rest can come after that. While you're in the United States of America, and that is where I am right now, I will speak and say that you have to choose wisely on the groups and peer pressure that might come on that, because we are just talking about students who have been in this country, and sometimes they fall into traps of wrong companies. So prepare yourself and know that if Janet was able to do it, you'll be able to do it too. I have bachelor's in biology, minor in chemistry. I have master's in food science and technology. Concentration is microbiology, and I am working as a healthcare in healthcare right now. So, as a community leader, I am the president of Kotapka International. I am a mother of three, and this athletics, miguu yangu ndio ilinisaidia kufika venye niko sahi. I can now lend a hand, and I can now be able to pour to others because I am full. I am here to pour to others. There was a question that somebody really directed to Mr. Kimayo about the sustainability of Great Chepsaita. Let me chime in a little bit. If you use Great Chepsaita to come to America, own it. Give it back. Give back to that organization. That will be the sustainability that we're gonna have. Give back to somebody else. Give back to even the person who don't know you. That way, the humanity, you will be touching one person, that one person will touch another one, that will touch a community, that will touch the rest of Kenya. And above all, we will walk into one thing, that is making our country, Kenya, and our people better one day at a time. So I am open to questions in case you have any questions. There is several coaches that you can reach out to. And in our midst, I know that we have a very successful runner. I don't know if he's still there. Maybe Alex, you can give him a time to talk. Abraham Rotich ran very well. He is known, and he is from Kaiboy. And I had reached out to him when he reached out to me because I know he speaks volume and he has brought so many people to this country. So without further ado, maybe I will yield the floor to you, Alex. You can either later on have Abraham to say something about athletics and anything else. We have soccer too. Let me not forget, it's not only athletics. We can do soccer scholarships nowadays, and I think that is in the state of Iowa that I've seen so many people coming for soccer scholarships. So, asante sana, Alex, from me to back to you.
Wow. Wow, wow. Thank you so much, Janet. Always full of energy. How many members are in Gotabga International?
I will say currently we have active almost 3,000, and with others it's more than 5,000. And I'm glad to see Jose from Kitwick. That is a guy that I've always worked together, and Australia is going places.
Wow, yeah. With this representation, it means this webinar is very well attended. You can imagine representing 3,000, and I think Hosea is representing well over 1,000, I think. So this is quite good, worlds apart, but united by Chepsaita cross country run. I know, Alfred, I came to you earlier, but you are not available. Stand by, but Kennedy and Stephen, the good thing as the elite and runners and those who retired, the good thing is as they share their experiences, we have teachers in this forum who are listening. And I think there is Eric from Nandi who has some students listening with him somewhere. If we get time, we'll get to them. So we are glad that there are some youngsters listening. We have Helen from Baringo, Helen Ngeno from Baringo also, who's been training children and aspiring athletes who participated in the recent run. So they are very well represented. I can see Talam. Talam is also a teacher, and I think he teaches in Embu, but he comes from Nandi. Thank you so much, Talam, for coming in. So you can see you are talking to the right audience. They'll pass this message to the youngsters as they train them. Alfred Koech, the first time I met you was in 2019. Na nikadocument story yako. So for you briefly, ulikimbia gani na ukafikaje huko Australia? Alfred.
Thank you, Alex, and all the panelists that have joined in today, and also those who are following. Sorry for the earlier mishap. I just came back from work and I was still settling in, though I was following. Yes, thank you, Alex, for coming into Australia and running my story, the Daring Abroad story. That was the first one in Australia, actually. I still brag with it, saying that my story was the first ever Daring Abroad story in Australia.
Nice.
And it reached out to many people. It inspired a lot of people because I still get feedback. I still meet people saying that we saw you on the Daring Abroad in then KTN. And yeah, it's still far-reaching and encouraging people to come to Australia. Yes, I was a runner and still a runner. Though I'm just doing it now for fitness purposes in terms of kupunguza ile chakula nimekula hapo awali. I did the 800 meters and the 1500 meters, and I'm happy to say that Mwalimu Tanui, then we used to meet in weekend meets within Eldoret and the earlier ages of Energizer cross country before the other cross countries came in. There was a very well-known then that was organized by Energizer. Many people don't know about it. It was in Sports Club Eldoret. Fast forward, I came to Australia, became the first ever athletic captain for a university called Edith Cowan University, where I was running an athletic department. First ever person from Africa to head the department, and eventually got elected to the student leadership through the network that I created through running. I've met a lot of Kenyans here and within through the same. I've met also a lot of friends through running. So Alex, I would say running has been a connector to me, and it's been family creator because I've met a lot of people that we became friends, and of course ended up being a good connection has come through it. Yes, I have also been able to start my own charity organization called the Lanson Foundation with the mantra talent for education. I know for Chepsaita, Kimaya did say that theirs is run for education. For us at Lanson, we are privileged also to have the talent for education. And there we use talent to reach out to schools, to reach out to kids that are from humble background, to use their talent to go back to school. As we speak, Alex, through the Lanson Foundation, we've also donated more than 1,200 pairs of shoes, all courtesy of friends and people from Western Australia that have been able to be generous enough to donate. So when Kimaya said that he is looking for, or they are looking for sponsors to come in, I would also encourage our brothers and sisters who are across the globe to reach out to those institutions, to reach out to those schools, to reach out to those stores that sell shoes. Quite often, Alex, the only problem that comes by is how these shoes will get to Kenya. But the shoes are there. People are very much able to donate. People are well and truly willing to donate. But the problem is getting it to Kenya. At times, you try your best. Like the last ones that I did actually send this year were about 200 pairs of shoes. But you have to be able to know people who are traveling home light, and then you just send them with them. At times you send it through Mombasa. There is a bit of a hassle in clearing, but I know when they say near Farouk, hiyo mambo inaisha. So I can encourage the team that are organizing Chepsaita to reach out to these friends and relatives in diaspora. And of course, we are more than happy also to help as friends here in this place, and then we will be able to to see how it can get to Kenya. The best is to get them in bulk and then send it through. You would ask me, how did you start running? Mine was all passion since I was young. I ran since I was 7. No one ever in our family has ever bought a running shoes, Alex. No one has ever bought a Nike. They don't even know what's the price of a Nike shoes. But it was all within, my soul and mind that I just wanted to be a runner. And I believe that in running, at times it is not about an inborn talent. It is about the willingness of an individual to get those shoes and start running every morning and every evening and trying to go to competitions. The most important thing that Loketi will tell you is going for those competitions, because you can be running, you can be breaking those records and little records within the roads that you've been running. But when you go to competitions, you get to gauge yourself and know where you are at. Otherwise, Alex, I think Great Chepsaita is a great initiative that would reach out to, a lot of people. As we all know that talent is something that is moving the world. It can be in running, it can be in innovation, it can be in studying. Every bit of an individual, every bit of our life, every bit of our day-to-day activity is all about talent. There are people who are talented in many ways. And we are privileged enough. Even the President of the United States did say a few days ago that, Kenyans are conquerors, and he does recognize them. For Trump to say something positive about a country, it means that we are doing well. Yeah, we are doing well. And thanks to our athletes, thanks for our champions for what they actually, doing for us out there. Wow. So unless there is a question from your end, Alex, or our panelist, but I would say and encourage Kimayo, Mwalimu Tanu has been a teacher. He knows what is sister school, friendship. I would encourage Mwalimu to write a proposal with our chairman of Chepsaita, together with Farouk, that they want to partner with different institutions in the US. They want to partner with different schools in the US. Because, Alex, I would tell you, a shoe that is being worn by a student here in Australia, it can be worn 2 to 3 times, and that's it. And they can say, we want to send this, or if you say, these shoes are going to Kenya, some families will buy even new shoes to say we are just, sending to Chepsaita because we are partnering with this institution. People are generous to give. The only problem normally is how to get it there. But sasa sisi ni wa Kenya. Kufika huko sisi tutajipanga. Asante.
Wow, thank you so much, Alfred. You really summarized and expounded on that very well. And I believe the opportunities for, aspiring athletes who want to combine with education to come there. Most are thinking America. How about Australia?
Yeah, Australia is a bit rigid in terms of having athletic scholarship. But I'll tell you what, I am one of, I'm a man of first. I am the first ever Kenyan to be given a scholarship because nilijituma, nilikimbia, nikapiga hapa kukimbia mpaka shule wakajiuliza, na huyu boys kazi yake. So they gave me a partial scholarship for 1 semester. So you can imagine if we have people who are seriously trying to do it, we can negotiate. You know, in everything that you do, you negotiate. Even say, Alex, you cannot go and negotiate for a deal without saying what you can offer. When you can go and say, this is what I can offer for this institution, and this is what we can, and this is what, you know, people fail to understand that you tell someone, this is what I am offering, and this is what is going to be the impact. That is when people see the importance of you and what you are going to achieve. But you cannot just run and expect someone to notice you from nowhere. So I think and I believe that we can still achieve those, but through negotiation and through giving good deals also to whoever we are reaching out to. Thank you.
It's all about determination. Na ujawambia tulikimbia na wewe huko track na
Actually, you came, you saw it firsthand. We were running here in Australia. You saw the kind of people I was training with, the kind of coach. I was privileged to get a former Olympian to train me, and she was a great lady, and eventually got another coach called Tony, who was also a great athlete. We've trained with a lot of athletes from Australia who have gone to the Olympics, like Peter Bolt, when he was running the state record for Western Australia, I was running against him, and many other athletes that have raced against here in Australia, and of course even David Rudisha. When he came to Western Australia, we had the privilege also to, you know, race with him, and also even hosted him here in Western Australia. So there is a lot of opportunities for people who get into or venture into running. Apart from connections, there is also that you know, the aspect of in investment that comes with. So thank you so much, Alex, for hosting us tonight.
Stephen Kimayo. In a summary, then, what kind of support, or how can people support those who want to support the Great Chepsaita Cross Country Run, in a summary, and how do they reach you?
Thank you very much, Alex. I wish first to thank the panelists and echo what Janet and Alfred said over what they can do abroad, and so that we can connect together with the Great Chepsaita Run. It involves passion on the way you can assist your people at home. And I'm very much happy on the way the discussion has been, because the Great Chepsaita Run is not only in Chepsaita, but the rest of the people can do the same in all their villages and assist their people. Because it is an inspiration from Farouk, but the same can be done by our leaders here in Kenya, so that all the people, if we can go back to our villages and assist the people through such events, I think it can be very okay. So I wish to thank everyone. And we are hoping that through our friends and sponsors, we can get more people to support Chepsaita. We have our website, chepsaitarun.ac.ke. That is our website. We have, of course, an account, which I will share online. That is the account created to support our children through the bursary. And we have the local sponsors around, but we are now opening up so that if we get more sponsors abroad, it can be okay. There's something mentioned by Alfred, like the issue of supporting our children with shoes. He has also a foundation, he mentioned Lanson. We can incorporate so that we can do a unity of such initiatives that are supporting communities. If there are support from abroad, we can be able to bring inside Kenya, because he said the rest can be done here in Kenya. So long as we get the shoes, we get the uniforms and the rest, we can support our children, not only through such education and everything. We have talents that if we nurture in the villages, we can really support our people and change the community completely. So I just want to summarize to say on behalf of the patron, because the patron has not been around, to say thank you very much. We appreciate and we are very much humbled as Chepsaita community.
Thank you so much, Stephen, for that crispy parting shot. Let's hear from Kennedy. Your parting shot, Kennedy.
Thank you very much, Alex. It has been a very interactive session, and I want to appreciate your effort in making this webinar possible. First, I want to appreciate these panelists who've come from abroad. Appreciate our own Alfred, Sharon, and also Abraham, my neighbor at home. And I think these initiatives are as promised. I know Alfred we've done something when we did for the Nandi County. I know the pains that we all suffered in those formative stages when we were running. And I want to replicate the same kind of support that you gave us in Nandi to Chepsaita. We will be coming soon for partners, more so the shoe partners, because this thing is a village where athletes are running barefoot should be a thing of the past and let them prosper too. The opportunities that are opening up abroad in terms of scholarships and everything needs initiatives of this nature, and Chepsaita has proved that it is one of them. Athletics Kenya also has supported the initiatives by opening up youth camps throughout the country, 55 of them as of now. And this is one of the transformative initiatives that we are putting in Athletics Kenya to meet with the latest trends and opportunities. We are also opening up also much of the gold level events, and we are moving forward. We promise that in the next 2-3 years, we are applying for the World Marathon Majors for one of the events in Nairobi, which will make now Kenya a hub of athletics. We are only missing that tag in Kenya. And therefore, this is where we are going through partnership with people of great vision, like Farouk Kibet, organizing an event, and others who wish to come up and take up such a challenge. We want to say as Athletics Kenya that we are very thankful. We are thankful to Farouk and all the partners who came on board to in Chepsaita. Thank you very much, Alex.
Thank you, Kennedy. And just to register apologies from Dr. Toro, you know him very well. He would have really loved to be with us, but he was in a different meeting. He listened in for a while, and then he left. Dr. Toro, you know, was quite instrumental. One of the officials from the national government, Kenyan government, collaborated very well with the private sector, like Top Hill Hospital there, in terms of the medical aspect of this charity. I'm sure they'll be sharing more with us in future. So thank you so much, Dr. Toro. Has apologized for not being with us, but I think Stephen expounded very well on the medical aspect of this forum. Angeline, I can see your hand. A quick question.
Yeah. It's not a question, it's just an upload. I'm not an athlete myself, but I've been following Chepsaita since it started. I come from Taribo constituency. I schooled in Moi Girls Eldoret, and I have friends who've benefited through the athlete program across the world. What I just want to tell our friend from Sergeant, I know he's called Sergeant, he knows himself. Maybe if you're having challenges during shipping, when Chepsaita comes up, you can actually raise it up on your page and say, oh, we have this amount of shoes we want to ship for Chepsaita. So kindly support contribution of this. So I think that will help in shipping of shoes.
Let's go to Sharon Lokedi for a parting shot. Karibu, Sharon.
I just want to say thank you for having me, and after listening to almost everyone talk, and you know, I think it's just an amazing thing that, you know, I have been away for the most 3 years of Chepsaita, but hopefully next year I get to to participate and see what all this is all about. I mean, it's interesting watching, and yeah, going forward, I really want to be a big part of, supporting these young talents, and just in any way possible. I feel like if it wasn't for people to help and support me, I wouldn't be the athlete that I am today. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to chat and share my story and a little bit of my career. And hopefully, for the athletes that are here, if it helped you, and if you ever need help or anything, reach out to me or anyone. And thank you, and thank you, Alex. To appreciate this, and God bless, and have a wonderful evening.
Yeah, asante sana Sharon. I look forward to meeting you in Arizona and doing your story on daring abroad. Nataka kuwa kwa daring abroad.
Yeah, why not? There's a big group of us here, so you will be hopefully, getting. There's I think 4 or 5 of us here that are training, and all have been part of Team Kenya in the last year. So yeah, you'll get to see a good group of Kenyans. So
wow,
you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much Sharon. I think tumalizie hapo. Wow. Kilicho na mwanzo hakikosi kuwa na mwisho. On behalf of my team at Champs Media, on behalf of the team at Chepsaita Cross Country Run, the local organizer, Stephen Kimayo, on behalf of the other speakers, Sharon Lokedi, thank you so much. Kenneth Tanui, Athletics Kenya Competition Director. And if I've left out anybody, munisamehe, but it's just to say thank you to everyone. Thank you to those who have contributed from far and wide, and we'll keep doing this. Mbarikiwe sana as we break off to begin preparing for Jamhuri Day tomorrow, na pia muwe na Christmas njema na mwaka mpya wenye mafanikio.
Bye.
And the race officially kicks off. 360 of them walking up off. We got to do it. We're going to be at the 360.